Should you do your own flowers for your wedding or pay a florist? Hi, my name's Shantae. I'm a wedding events planner in Southern California. I've been in the business for over 20 years, and we are talking about things that would be considered the wedding tax. This is our next session, so part two. Florists, flowers. Anyone can do flowers, right? Like you could totally do it yourself. Pinterest told you you can absolutely do your own flowers. All you have to do is just go to Costco and get all the things, and you can just put it together yourself. Nobody's gonna know any difference, right? Sure. I will tell you that out of all my clients, all the things that they DIY themselves, the thing that gets them way in over their head is florals. Every single time somebody decides they're going to do their own flowers, whether they choose to do them with real flowers or with artificial silk or wood flowers, they're like, oh, this was way more than I expected. Folks, you're paying florists for a number of things. Number one, they are experts at things that they do. They know what they're doing. Here's a great example of why getting a florist to do your stuff over someone else or doing it yourself is a better idea. Did a wedding this summer with their guest count was just over 300. 302 was their guest count, right? So pretty big guest count. And they decided we can do our own centerpieces. We're just going to get these tall glass vases and we're just going to put beautiful white flowers in them. Y'all, the wedding was outside. It was windy. The vases and the weight of the vases did not match the weight of the flowers. Do you know how many of those vases that broke before we had the chance to even put them on the tables, before guests even got there? A good number of them broke, because your florist knows how to balance those things out. A better centerpiece for that would have been something short and fat, not tall and cylindrical for wind. But florists do that. They understand that. The other thing that messes up when you do florals yourself, space. Where the hell are you going to put all those flowers? Even when they're done. Do you have a refrigerator in your home that's big enough to keep all those flowers in? Because flowers start dying the moment you cut them off the roots there. Yeah. And so the best way to keep them from browning is to refrigerate them. You don't have a refrigerator in your house for that? Yeah, you know who does? Florists. Florists have refrigerators for those. They have big, huge fridges to keep those flowers cool and to keep the temperature. You know what else florists have? Space. They have space for flowers because that's what they do. And your house is full of your house stuff. It's also full of all the other stuff you have for your wedding. And now you have to find space for all the flowers. You don't have space for all the flowers. You know what else florists have? Vehicles to transport all those flowers, because that's their job. You have a Toyota Camry. It's not big enough for all those flowers. And in transporting all those flowers, you're now going to spill water all over your car. Or whoever is going to be nice enough to transport those flowers for you now is going to get water all over their car. You see, folks, paying the wedding tax for a wedding florist is 100% worth it. And a florist that specializes in weddings is different from a florist who has a floral shop and does their flowers in the shop. That's a completely different person. They do the same thing, but people who specialize in wedding florals have all that infrastructure to do all that stuff. They can build your huge arches and your ceremony centerpieces that are these big, huge nests of things. They have the space for that. They're experts at building on site and putting things together and being, like MacGyver and getting things to hang the right way they're supposed to without damaging things. Y'all, florists are worth the money you pay them. They're not just people who buy flowers and stick them in things. They are artists. They're engineers. They are really worth every single cent that you pay them. So yes, pay for them. Now, you want that. And I understand that there are some people who are like, it's not in my budget. I get it. But do you have the time, the space, the energy, all the things that I talked about? Or do you want somebody else to do it? This is your wedding. This is not like your kid's 5th birthday party. It's your wedding. Sometimes it is worth paying people who understand the importance of that day and know how to make all the things happen. So yes, pay the money for them. Can it be expensive? Yes, particularly now because the cost of flowers themselves has gone up. But don't forget that when you hire wedding vendors, you're hiring them because they're experts at what they do, and it makes it so that your wedding will run perfectly and smoothly. So, are flowers expensive? Yes. Do I think there's a wedding tax? Potentially, but it's worth paying the money. And you should pay money for florists. They're amazing. If you like tips and tricks like this, follow me. I tell you how to plan your wedding and have the wedding of your dreams and talk about the real things that make your wedding be perfect. Like, subscribe, tell a friend.